In the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Niggas in my faction don't like asking questions. Strictly gun testing, coke measuring, giving pleasure in the Benzito, hitting fannies, spending chips at Manny's. Hope you creeps got receipts. My peeps get Brooklyn. Like cleats. Run up in your crib, wrap you in your polo sheets. Six up in your wig piece, nigga deceased. Nah, may you rest in peace. With my sycamore style, more sicker than yours. 4-4 and 54 draw. That's my partner. That's my lair. Yes, my dear, shit's official. Only the feds I fear. Here's a tissue. Stop your blood clot crying. The kids, the dog, everybody dying. No lying. So don't you get suspicious. I'm big, dangerous, you're just a little vicious. As I leave my competition, respirator style. Climb the ladder to success, escalator style. Hold y'all, breath I told y'all. Death controls y'all. Big don't fall, y'all. I spit phrases that'll thrill you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Nah, I don't fall. Nah. Yeah. Never. Up. Watch Casino, I'm the hip-hop version of Nicky Tarantino. Ask Nino, he know. Green with envy, the green tempts me to make the rich the enemy and take their cheese, take their spot, hit that button on your way in. Y'all already know what it is, man. Boop, 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 boop. That button on the way in. Brooklyn. Nothing left to do but tear they ass to shreds, leave them in bloodshed. Incidents like this, I take trips. Lay up in Miami with Tamika and Tammy. So Creole, see your bitches I met on tour. He's like something, man. That button on the way in. Good luck. Get that button in, man. Come on. Introduce me to player haters and heavyweights. Rich bitch shit, drinking crystal till they piss the shit. Thorough bitches, adapt to any borough bitches. Be in spots where there were no bitches. You feel me? Reminisce on dead friends too. Get nobody till somebody kills you. Oh, oh. Yeah, I'm on my Brooklyn shit, you heard? I'm so Brooklyn. I should have named this topic the Brooklyn Challenge, you heard? I should have named it Brooklyn Challenge, man. There's a lot of challenges in this Brooklyn thing, man. Right, man, I'm about to cut it off in a minute. Okay, man. What's good with y'all? Yo, I haven't been on here. Last time I've been on here, the last live I did on here, it was against, it was, yo, man, it was, the last time I was on here, it was epic, you heard? I did something about some of the notorious enemies that we had problems with up north on the island. Gave them their props. You heard? Boom! I hit a blockbuster on that. You heard? Even though I may have been disliked, but I was well respected for that, for challenging that. Yo, you gotta give props where props is due. Win or lose, you gotta give props. You gotta give props to the ones that made you lost. You gotta seem as if though that you are human, that you could take loss and come back from it. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, this is, you know what I mean? I'm at 35,000 on that topic, and I'm gonna tell you something. I have to thank one person for that. I gotta thank Queen's Flip for that one. Because me and Queen's Flip
we have previous conversations. And, you know, he gets calls from real dudes, you know, that's stamped with a name, and they calling up. And a lot of these dudes just coming home. And they call Flip and say, yo, tell KK about me. Ask KK about me. Yo, KK, no, it's true. And I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, and some may have been, you know, I may have harmed someone, if not him or maybe someone, because, but it was real dudes. So, you know, and when I have these conversations with Flip, we tend to touch on a lot of things, and, you know, we try to agree on certain things, and some a lot of times it be disagreements. But I'd be like, yo, you know, at the end of the day, it's real. And I give people my real and my all. That's one thing I don't know how to do. I don't know how to make false pretense. I never was good at that. I never was good at lying. Can't lie. I never was good at cheating either. Like I said, I can't fucking cheat. It shows all over my face. Even when I look at a girl on TV, what the fuck you looking at? I see the googly eyes. I'm like, what the fuck? It's only TV, you heard? I can't cheat. I definitely don't know how to lie. You heard? But yo, man, shout out to Queen's Flip. That topic, I never hit nothing so high. You know, it's still going. I'm getting a lot of very good feedback content off that, because people are like, yo, man, you know, KK, you know, you got to bring the real to real. You got the real to the real, you know, and you got to give it up. You got to give the props to the Hispanic people as well that got busy, you know. So I gave it to my best of my ability that I remembered, and you know, I do my history because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it may seem so far-fetched that I'm so, how can I say it? It's like I got an evolution around me. It seems like I revolve around a lot of things that happen from the past to present and the future. I don't know how. I don't know why. Somehow, some way throughout my life, in my journeys, I came amongst contact with people with history. And it was a relationship. It may have been short to the point of where it's at, but it was memorable. Even if I landed in the jail for like a month, struck a relationship with a person, and I've done something, or somehow 35, 40 years later, they remember it clearly. And as I do too. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of people that say, yo, you know, KK, I was with you. Remember we was in the mess hall? You dropped your tray? I ain't going to remember that. I ain't going to remember me going to visit them saying hello to your mother and your father and your pool. You heard? I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to remember me taking a picture with you if I was up. I'm not going to remember. It got to be something physical that attracted that, and boop, and it made noise. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. I'm not going to remember nothing. It got to be something memorable, something infinite. Now, come on, man. He hit that like, yo, punch that button on the way in. Boop, 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 boop. Punch that button. I got a couple of shout outs. Yo, listen, this weekend was epic. You know, yo, shout out to Shaquell. I spoke to Shaquell today for like an hour on the phone. He came out of recovery, man. Salute to Shaquell, man. Salute to my little big homie. You know what I mean? My little big homie. You heard? But salute to Shaquell, man. He's in good spirit. He came out of recovery. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go see him in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Probably tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because I know he just recovering because his speech, his impediment is not up to par. So I had to keep telling him to repeat it. And I told him to take his time when he repeated. Don't force, because I don't even like him talking to me right now. It's that bad. He got to learn to walk all over again and everything. So I'm so hurt. I'm deeply hurt by I'm sympathetic to the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm very sympathetic to the point that I'm receiving this news and I'm hearing about these things. And as he talks to me, I'm also in the deep sympathetic um um you know error, like, as far as like, it bothers me in a way, because it's sympathetic to me, and it's very he's at a vulnerable state right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know how it is sometimes when you're in a vulnerable state like that. It's just as though, what I'm saying, you can't really even think clearly. You know, he got to take his time, and he got to take his time in talking and explaining himself, and how he will explain it without feeling, discombobulated. So we going through that, man. Salute to Shaquell, man. Salute to Shaquell, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the fact. Salute to Shaquell. Is Yummy? Is Flip still on? They Flip is still on. You know what I mean? Because usually have full hands, but it's all good. You heard? Nah, you don't fucking. All right, we got 2 for 5s. Who coming? We got 2 for 5s. Who coming? You heard? You heard? Yeah, but yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to Shaquell, man. Prayers up. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. That's right. That's a fact. Word. That's why I bust my bubble. Yeah, man. People's feeling the hoodie yesterday. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, the Super Bowl is on. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl is on. Hubbard Smith, shout out to you. Right. So, one of the things I want to talk about is Big Blood KK. What's up, man? All right. All right. So, one of the things I want to talk, how y'all like the joke, man? Hold on. One thing I want to talk about is I had an epic weekend. Yo, subscribe to my man channel, man, Hollywood J. He's a star of Project Heat. Hung out with him this week. Yo, we got the fly heads. I got the fly heads. Look, the flyheadsonly.com. Flyheadsonly.com. Subscribe. Use my promo code UgliesFood. You heard? But get your stuff, man. Get your wear, man. This is hot. You heard? Get your wear, you heard? The Ugly Society, man. Flyheads.com, man. I got a lot of that merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of that movement. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. I love it. I like the way it fit. I feel like a fitted hat. You know what I'm saying? Looks nice on me. You know what I mean? It's for me. You know what it is. You heard? Yeah, man. So get your flyheadsonly.com. When you go purchase your product, use Ugly's Food. Ugly's Food is a promo code. Ugly's Food, all right? Ugly's Food is a promo code. Yo, I had an epic weekend. Yo, shout out to another man. Shout out to another man for Farragut Projects. Shout out to Squirrel. You heard? My man Squirrel. You hear me? He's a legend. He ain't with all of the. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. I got to see him for the first time. My little man's and I'm the president, the CEO. Flyheadsonly.com. They from Farragut Projects. The young bulls coming up. You heard? Shout out to Science. Shout out to Science. And shout out to Taylor Sport. Shout out to my son Sport. You heard? You'll see him on Instagram, things of that nature. Shout out to Science and shout out to Sport. So, I was chilling with them for the week. The weekend. And they wound up, taking me to see Squirrel. You heard? I haven't seen Squirrel, man. I haven't seen Squirrel in about, since 90, 94, 5? 95, the last time I seen Squirrel. We was in Nap and Notch together. 95. Yeah, we was in Nap and Notch. You know, Nap Nap. Y'all ever heard of Nap Nap? That jail's a good jail. You know, we never say a jail's a good jail, but that jail was a good jail. It should have had movie theaters. You know what I mean? If you get caught looking at a mud effer wrong, you was out of there. They did me dirty. You know, I had a lot of cuttings on Rikers Island. You know, so when I went upstate and I finally was over with all my cases, my counselor for Rikers Island told me, we're going to give you a shot to recreate yourself. I said, hey, I can dig that. I take that. So he said, when you get upstate, we're going to put you in a prison. You know, you're going to see what you're going to do. It's a new start for you. I said, I can take that. You know, that was the first Max B prison I went to. Never been upstate in my life. I mean, none of that. So I went to Nat. So, you know, in Nat, it was crazy because they got, in one, I think it was the annex, so I don't know which one it was, but they got rooms with doors. So, you know, I was double bunked with a dude from the Bronx. He was an old head. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's an old dope fiend. You could tell hands used to be big, things that, but whatever the case may be, we got cool. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, from Bronx. The energy was like almost, you know, tug, but, you know, I was a little wild. You know, I was off guard, you know, and I'm glad he was black, whatever, at that time, you know. So, you know, I struggled with, you know, me sharing the cell, like, you know what I mean? I mean, the cell, you know what I'm saying? Like double bunk. You know what I mean? I ain't never been double bunk. So that was kind of odd to me. And I did, you know, was I did, you know, well, put it like this, my energy didn't adapt to me sharing a cell with another individual. So, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature happen like that. But, you know, I actually, you know, and I think he dropped a slip on me. I'm not sure if he dropped a slip on me now, because, you know, I still had you know what I mean? I still had the ills in my butt, you heard? So I used to take it out, poop out, clean it out, and he knew, you know what I'm saying? Poop. You know what I mean? So sometimes we used to get into a verbal dispute or disagreement. You look at me funny like, you know what I mean? But one thing, I didn't program, so he programmed. So he went out a lot. So I had to go to the yard or come back or stay in my cell, read a book. Because you couldn't move around in a gallery like that. So, you know, when I stayed in, you know what I'm saying, when I stayed in the cell, you know, you come in there, you know, you come in there, bring certain stuff and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So when it was time for me to see my counselor there at Nat, and you know, because I was quarantined during a lot of times and shit, when I first got up there. But when I went to go see my counselor to see if I can be afforded to have a program, what happened was I go to my counselor. He goes, all right, we're going to give you a new start, man. You got a lot of infractions. You heard? You got a lot of infractions, Mr. Davis. You got a lot of assaults and cuttings. You know, this jail ain't for that. I said, I know I'm calm. And I told him, I said, yo, man, you know, when you take somebody out, you know, if you a wild dude, you put a dude in a wild environment, they got to be wild. But if you take them and you put them in a calm environment, they're going to be calm. It's all right, okay. So what you want to take up while you're here in this program? And I said, metal shop. Because that was the biggest money, you know what I'm saying? But it also was, you know. He said, metal shop, you got it. You're on your way, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. You think big, don't you? I said, yeah, I think big, man. You know, thank you. Boop. I said, all right, I'll give you a decision on another day or two. So I went back to my cell. Don't you know? That night I was on a draft. Wildcat salute. Salute Wildcat. We got Wildcat in the month Evan chat. They put me on a draft. I didn't even know what the. I said, I just put down for metal shop. And now that night they put me on the draft, so I'm out of here. PK'd me out of here. So that was crazy. So I'm very highly upset because I know, you know, and you know the old time, he rubbing it in, yeah, you know, Attica's a different ball game. I was ready to cut him right there, you heard? Just for playing. I said, yeah, man. You know, then this nigga B-Dub calling me. I'm on live. And he right down the block. Damn. Dave Johnson, man, what's good with you? Damn, B-Dog. And they gonna be like, see, I wanted to come to the crib. Doing the live, though. Doing the live, though. Word out, man. Anyway, he was rubbing it in my face, you heard? You ever say, Dave Johnson, what's up, man? Miss you too, bro. Miss you too, man. Where you been? Y'all, I've been out on the field, man. You heard Dave Johnson? Sometimes you gotta go out on the field, man. Man, you seem to be isolating yourself from a lot of things going on out here, man. I get nervous, you heard? I like being out on the field, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets, you heard? Looking, trying to connect the dots. That's what I'm doing, trying to connect the dots, you heard? That's a fact, you know what I mean? Word up. So, yeah, hit that like button on the way in, man. But you know, the old timer come back, Kevin. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm back. So the old timer, you know, he try to rub it in my face. Yeah, yo, yeah, then you on the Attica. He was happy I was out of here, you heard? I think he felt comfortable. And I know, I understand, you heard? But it was me that was bothered, you heard? I was like, fuck. So I'm gonna ask this nigga sneaky questions. Yo, how many people get cut up there? Do people die? Yo, when the bells go off, what is it? You know, he looking like, yeah, nigga, now you want to talk to me, right? Now you want to talk to me, huh? Yeah, now you want to talk to me, huh? You on your way, son. You on your way, son, you heard? Yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, word? You giving it up like that? You want to tell me, you heard? Because that's what, see, one thing about me, yo, I don't seem tough. I don't try to seem tough all the time on here and act like I ain't got no flaws or I don't think about things like that. I do. So I asked this nigga, man. First time upstate. I didn't cut so many niggas on Rikers Island. I done did it. I'm like, yo, what's going on up there? What I gotta do? How? But I know not getting the right information from him because he don't seem like, what he doing it? He's in an honor jail. If you're in an honor jail, you ain't know, you either telling, or you or something wrong with you, or they kept running you out of the building. So, you know, it was just me that they gave me a shot. My first prison from Rikers Island was an honor jail. And I couldn't believe it. As soon as I put down for metal shop, they said, you out of here. They didn't want it. And I couldn't find out later, you know, they said that it was this honorable choice I made with because they said I'm good at making weapons and things. And, you know, when you go in a metal shop, you can make weapons and things of that nature. That's why they sent me up out of there. That's what I couldn't find out later on, you heard? You get them up out of here. They packed me up that night. But, you know, on my way up, I'm like, what the fuck? You heard? Yeah, damn, that's facts. That's a fact, Dave Johnson. They like, I saw I put that metal shop, they had me on the pack up. You know what I'm saying? You know? But yeah, I didn't beat my celly up because I was too worried about Attica, nigga. What you talking about, you heard? I didn't beat my celly up. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get the most information out of him so I can see what's going on, prepare myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't kill a messenger, you heard? Can't kill a messenger. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even go to sleep that night. I had that nigga up all night. Yo, what's up? He said, what the fuck, man? 21 questions, man. Fuck. You heard? Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Yo, thank you for the donation. My bad. Junior's towing, man. Thank you for the donations, man. With the lemon water now. I'm drinking warm water now. Yo, thank you for the donations, Rowdy, Howdy, partner. Yo, KK, break down more. The 48 laws is, I'm going to tell you something on the 48 laws. Before I go back into what I was about to say, because the topic is about nobody till somebody kills you. And I want to go about, we're going to go back into that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Howdy partner. Howdy partner. Yeah, that's my man. Wild cowboy. Howdy partner. He said a strange thing one day to me. What's up? What up? What up, devil on the topic? How you? Salute, 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 salute. Word up. Um, Salute to you and your family for the Compton. Oh, man, shout out to Compton, man. Shout out to Compton, man. Shout out to Compton. Salute, salute, salute. But yeah, what I was about to say, man, Brooklyn is so big, right? I'm going to tell you something, though. I'm going to keep it real with you. Brooklyn is very big, right? Put my hat like this. Brooklyn is very, very, very big. I just got a picture of, Squirrel sent me a picture, of me back in 1988. Back in 19, I was talking to Shaquell about it. Back in 1988, right? You could take pictures inside Rikers Island, inside your cell vicinity. You know what I mean? And we had regular clothes on, regular sneakers, and I had a pair of them. I never forget what I had on. I want to post it up one day when I make another live and put it, but I talk about, when I get specifically in details about, certain dudes that, that's no longer here. And like, shout out RIP to Gizmo. You heard? He was one of my men from Gremlins. That is a Flatbush crew called the Gremlins back in the early 80s. You heard? And he was Gizmo. He was like the leader. You know what I'm saying? And he was a gunman. Unfortunately, he lost his life, uh, gun to gun, and I ain't talking about no knife, I'm talking about shooting. Him and his enemy ran up on each other and shot each other at least 8 times apiece. And they both died right there on the spot with their hammers in their hand. That's how it went. No lie, KK don't lie. Straight just like that. You heard? That's epic. I mean, sleep in peace, but that was an epic, like, what kind of, emotions you won't only want to think of when you entertain or you see this type of energy happening in front of your eyes. 2 people gunning at each other and kills each other right next to each other. They lay with their guns in their hand and they dead. That was an epic story. But I got a picture of them. It's on my phone. I got a picture of them, but nobody really never hear of them. Because the world, when I'm gonna tell you something about the killing. That's why I said you nobody till somebody kills you. A lot of times, a lot of people got bodies or they kill someone and they never makes the paper. It never makes the stories. Because it happens randomly. It happens randomly. Somebody died by a you don't hear it on a lot of times you don't hear it on the news and they go about life, they do what they do, take funeral arrangements and they bury these dudes. But the legacy that these dudes that leave behind is what makes them somebody after death. And that shit's deep. That's why I said you're nobody till somebody kills you. You understand? So, well, anyway, we go back to the picture, I went to Farragut Projects. Shout out to my man again, like I said, you heard? Hollywood J, you heard? Star Project Heat, that's my man. We always bumped into each other throughout years. Love him, was always love. No goofy shit with him. You know what I'm saying? And, I remember when he got clapped. Back in 93 or 94, I remember he got clapped. And nigga that clapped him, he clapped that nigga back and 2 of his other brothers. And that shit was crazy. He was wild, you heard? And it's good, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He ain't never went to jail, prison, none of that things like that. Everybody kept it street, kept it real, the beef is over, you know what I'm saying, squash, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, nobody died, so that was a good thing. But he was a funny dude, you heard? I know we was sitting there, and he was talking about stories about me. and I tell my story about him, because it's Brooklyn is big, but it's small when it comes to real niggas. Everybody gonna hear about you. Everybody gonna know who you are and what type of work you put in. You know what I'm saying? When my writer, right? When my writer did the book on me, and he couldn't believe he said he couldn't believe the stories I told him. Actually, in my book, the New York Times writer said, "You know why I like Mr. Davis? I like Mr. Davis because Mr. Davis understates things until we do a full investigation on and we find out extremely more." And that's what I used to do when they wrote the book on me. I give them a story, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, that's it. I said, what? When they go do when they go do they work and they do a review, they come back to me and they look at me like this. You didn't tell me that. You didn't say this. I said, no, man, I ain't thinking about it. But you're crazy. They used to tell me this type of stuff. Like, yeah, I understated a lot of things. It's just like people, you got people up here, that, they say names or things of that nature about, certain dudes. And be like, yo, you know what I mean? You can't, I'm going to skip that. What I want to say is that the writer went up to Fort Dix to see Tut. Was being Tut is very, very close friends. Believe me. And, I showed him letters that he wrote me. I seen pictures. And he's like, nah, Tut, the one who started the East Coast, West Coast beat? Yeah. So, when you go to the feds and go visit somebody, man, you got to, it's like they got to do a background check and all that on you, right? So I couldn't get in. They had some type of red. I don't know what happened. They wouldn't allow me in, so I waited outside in the parking lot. So the writer goes in, and he talks to Tut. Salute the King Tut, man. You heard? Salute the King Tut. So he go talk to Tut, and he comes out. He's like, yo. He goes, yo, you told me too much. He didn't. He told me everything. I said, I knew he was going to do that. I didn't want to tell you everything because he's going to make it look like I'm corny. I don't want you to think I'm corny. I want you to think that I'm lying about what he going to tell you because I know what he going to tell you. He going to tell you some shit about me. Sure enough, when he wrote the book and he explained it to Tut and his relationship with me, and, it's in my book on page 23, I think. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let me see. I always mark my paper. Right. Here you go. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'll show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. Something. I'll show you in my book. What you talk about? The last paragraph. Early in the sentence, Davis quickly became close to notorious inmates, prison stars like Walter King Tut, you heard? Johnson, the first person in New York State to be sentenced to life in prison under the 1993 strikes law. Tut was famous for supposedly having shot Tupac 5 times in a Midtown Manhattan robbery, okay? Well, this nigga said, I was trying to kill Suge. No, I like Suge. Don't do. I like Suge, you heard? I like Suge. Suge bails $10 million. If I had $20 million, I'm bailing Suge out. I'll bail Suge out. I don't care what nobody said. Facts. I know Tut ain't do it. You know what I mean? He ain't even been, listen, he wasn't even accused for that. But, Brooklyn, but this is the 80s when Biggie talked about, you know, robbed the church offering. You remember that joint. Y'all know that Brooklyn stuff. But when he stuck his mother Jehovah Witness church up and all that, he robbed everybody in it. And then he did the Great Train robbery, the A train. He did all of that, yo. Yeah, y'all niggas, you heard? They got that in rap records. Everything he done, that he went up north for, and all that. When we was in the Beacon in 93, right? We was in the Beacon in 93. He had me go to the law library. When I came through, they had the book out, The Ville. Tut had a copy of my book called The Ville. As soon as I came in the Beacon, yo, you gotta go to the law library. Salute. I had to go to the law library. It was me, him. Y'all remember his co-defendant? Goat. Remember his co-defendant Goat? Looked just like him, short, light skin, salt and pepper with the part in the middle. Goat. Shout out to Goat. And little boyhead Just from Best Style. Little Just. It should be me, Just, Goat, Tut. We used to go to the law library. They had me when I was young. I come through, boom, you heard? And we sit in the law library. We talk about, how to become militant, how to become more disciplined, and how to learn law. Tut put all this in my head when I was young. You know what I'm saying? So, but, Brooklyn is small. So you got dudes like, shout out to Drac, shout out to Squirrel, shout out to Little John, shout out to God Tone, shout out to David, shout out to Smoke, shout out to, these dudes is all Cypress pink houses. I'm from Brownsville. Not too many legends came out of Brownsville like it was in East New York. I'm not gonna lie, or Bed-Stuy, or Fort Greene, or Farragut. There wasn't too many people. You heard me, you heard Born Son. Facts. Ike Livingston. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson. You heard of very few because a lot of these dudes was trapped. They didn't spread out. They didn't spread beyond Brownsville. We went to East New York. We went to Bed-Stuy. We put our field work in. And this is how we became about with, a name. We became associated with names from the outside of Brownsville, and our work was, we were solidified. We were stand. You heard? No goofy stuff. You heard? No pretending to be who are you not. None of that. Because you couldn't pretend back in the 80s you was somebody and no niggas knew you wasn't. You couldn't do none of that. You couldn't get away with this goofy stuff. You couldn't call names without somebody saying, yo, do you really, yo, you sup? You know who that is? Yo, what's up? Let me see some paperwork or things of that name. And then you had a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that you hear about now that went on to another life and passed. These are the things, and these names ring bell to this day. Me and Shaquille was just sitting here talking, and I was talking about, shout out to J-Rock, Jerry Davis from Fort Greene, quiet assassin. His first, shout out to Jerry Davis, quiet assassin. Used to mess with the Supreme team in them. That was my man from back in the days. We went to school together. So he did his first, I came through on the Allen, he came through on his first homo. Did his 20, whatever, 25, things of that nature, came home, right? And then went back 4 months later for another one. And he's still on his way home. He on his way home soon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He copped out on the second one, took it, and now he on his way home again. He's going to be a super legend in disguise. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so these dudes are always coming up in conversations in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Howard Cosell. Everybody, old dudes that's real, and I know that put it in, that got super names like, yo, KK, man, I'm glad you ain't forget about me. I'm glad I said, nah, man, because we need to bring this name brand back, the name that we have, we got to bring it back. Because this stuff that's going on now is woo. I don't fit in this type of. I don't fit in this type of. I'm not a clout chaser. I'm with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I talk with these dudes. I mingle with these dudes. So like in a way to where is that they can't voice their own agenda or their own opinion about me because I discuss it in the proper way to where it's that, yeah, that's what it is. This is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, okay, salute, man. Appreciate you, you heard? But yeah, so I'm a Brooklyn dude. I'm from Brownsville, but I be in Brooklyn. That's why I do videos with me and Marcy, Fort Greene, Farragut, and I'm from Brownsville. So, but I got so much relationships with people. That's why I'm gonna go back to HDM. I got the HDM picture. I had the red, all leather red New Balances on with the silver in, with the corduroy Calvin Klein pants and a corduroy striped Calvin Klein shirt. Squirrel had the shell toe Adidas on with the Calvin Klein striped shirt with the Calvin Klein jeans. And my son, God bless the dad, Gizmo, you heard? He was sitting in the back. I don't know what he had on. That nigga was crazy, you heard? But he had two guns in the air like this in his fingers. You heard? And that was my man, you heard? Salute, salute. But like I said, so we talking about nobody till somebody kills you. Now, the thing about this is that somebody just try to hit me. Somebody just trying to hit me. Squirrel from Farragut. Free crime, yeah, free crime, free boost, you heard? Free ride digs from Gowanus, yeah, all that's around, you heard? Yo, listen, so my man Science and my man Sport, we had a meeting at Junior's, you know, we talked about the merch from Wall Street. We went we went down Fort Greene, we picked up, yo, Lisa, CO, you got your phone in there? Yo, Ant food, y'all. Ant just slipped. Ant 187. Throw mad food at this nigga. Throw mad food at Ant. Caught me killing Eugene. See, you still out there Eugene shit. You and Queen Alicia. What's her middle name? Yeah. Throw mad food at this nigga, man. Yo, throw mad food at this nigga. Yeah, man. But yo, salute. So this is what I'm gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, 183rd? What's up? This is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm so Brooklyn, but Brooklyn Channel, that's what I should have named this. Hold on. What you going on my phone for? Man. Hold on. What you keep calling my phone for? Yo, man, why she keep calling my phone? Yeah, I'm calling her back. Excuse me very much. Now she's not picking up. But she keep calling. What the hell? Yo, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. Can you go tell her I'm on the phone? I'm Tanya. I just told her that. I told her you was live. She's a weirdo, man. Weirdo, man. CEO, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So I wound up going to Farragut Projects, man. Friday, man. We went from Wall Street. I had to meet my man on Wall Street so he could show me his crib. He bought a crib on Wall Street, right next door to the stock exchange. You heard? I took that video down because there was some weird stuff going on. I felt as though my room. Yo, when you go inside the building, everything shuts down. Your phone, you can't see nothing. Yo, she's bugging me. I just texted her. I'm trying to call her, she ain't answered. Go ahead. Keep on with your live. Yo, let's get the lights back up. Let's get the lights up. Hit that bag on the way in. Bing, 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 bing. So my man bought a crib on Wall Street, right? You know, we got the youth, we're gonna do the youth food shirts out the joint. We got the ugly society, you heard? You know what I'm saying? The ugly joint, but we wound up, he lived right next door to the stock exchange. I went past Wall Street like twice, back and forth. I kept asking somebody, where's Wall Street? I said, in the middle of a block. And then it goes through this little street with two big tall buildings. And I go straight down this way. But it's a dead end. So Wall Street comes into a T. You know what I'm saying? So you go through the small block, you know, and I went through the small block, you know, and I'm like, what the? All I see is tall buildings. I was afraid to walk through the buildings because I felt as though a plane was going to hit that joint. I'm like, yo, I ain't safe here. You heard? Dudes is juggling balls and stuff like that and singing and playing the drums. You heard? People out there asking for money and donation. It was crazy, man. I almost felt as if I was in a purge again when I was walking through that tunnel. You heard? Like that little side block joint, like tunnel. It was crazy. But, you know, I want to find a building. Came out, you go inside the building, everything shuts down. Like, how am I going to get in touch with him? But he was on his way down. And the security guard was like, yo, you waiting for somebody? I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody. They coming down to get me. And I had to sit down on a nice, leather sofa. I sat down on the sofa. My man came down. Come on. You know, he shook hands with the security guard who was white. You know what I'm saying? Then he like, come on. So I went upstairs, showed me around. Beautiful crib, stuff. I tried to, it won't work, you heard? So we went out on the balcony, everything cut back on. When we went back inside, cut back off. I was like, oh, and as soon as I showed the pyramid, you know what I mean? The Illuminati, that's when shit started happening on my phone. I cut that joint off. I took the whole thing down. But yeah, so from there, we wound up going to Junior's, meet up, have lunch, me and the CEO presidents, Hollywood J, that's his peoples too. We all in accordance, we connecting the dots, man. We connecting the dots. But I wound up going to see Squirrel for the first time in almost 30-something years. And it was a blessing, man. I got to see Squirrel when we chopped it up. And all we did was talk about, we could have been there for hours. We were there for like an hour or two, hour and a half, and we talked about everything, We talked about all our peoples, all our dudes that didn't make it, dudes that you heard about that died, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what's crazy, man? It seems as if though that we never hear about these people while they was alive. But as soon as they died, you heard about them. And that's why I was kept on saying, man, I got to put this in motion. I got to put this in light. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man. But, it's a blessing that, and I pray that people that's younger than me get to see my age and more. You know what I'm saying? I made it to 50. I still want to make it to 60 and 70 and 80. You heard? Nobody never wants to know how. They don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? But there's a way that, you go about life. Yo. It doesn't matter who you with or what you did and things of that nature. Your concern about life is how you look and perceive and learn energy from not being or getting deceived. And a lot of times that we deal, a lot of times it's not our enemies we're worried about. We gotta worry about people that's close to you more. Not the people, because the enemies, we already know how you're going to give it up with the enemy. But you got to worry about the distraction of your friends or your people or your family. I trust more friends than I trust people in my family. People in my family stole from me, took my money, took when I got locked up. They did a lot of dumb, goofy stuff. You heard? My own family. You know what I'm saying? So just because you surround yourself with tools or things of that nature or family doesn't mean that you got to be more careful about these people that's close to you more. People that you relate to more. People that you talk to every day more. People who sit around and watch you, you heard? And see your success and see what you're doing, counting your pockets. Them the motherfuckers you got to watch out for. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Those are the ones you gotta continue, because that's what I live with every day. I live with the voices, you heard? People that I talk to, people I see, people I sleep with. You gotta watch out for all these type of stuff and that type of energy. I'm worried about no enemies. We already know what we gotta do. If so, you know what it is. And you gotta understand it. Enemies respect you more than your own friend or your own peoples, because they know you're gonna give it up. It's the ones that's close to you it's the ones you close to you that you gotta watch. But if you allow these type of people to entertain you in a way to to try to distract you or try to, challenge you, you know, those are ones that you really gotta watch out for too. You gotta be more mindful of people that challenge you. There's a lot of people out here, just like in a drug game. You get money. Your man got a building, he get money. You pulling in more money than this nigga. You're like, you try to find a way to distract you so you can lose money. You gotta be careful about things of that nature. Or the challenges that you get. You gotta be careful about that. Those things and those signs are not to never be ignored. You can't ignore those type of things, because that's how you slip. But in all reality, and it depends on, because me and Wildcat had a conversation about this. For instance, right? For instance, and I told him, I said, Wildcat was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, home Brody, we gotta be more careful about what we do, how we do things. Because John Chapman killed John Lennon. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And it was because of his fame. He said the reason, and that's true, the reason why John Lennon killed the Beatles, because of his fame. He wanted to be somebody. But he wanted to be somebody, so he had to kill somebody to be somebody. That's why I said, you know nobody until somebody kills you. But I matched it with, but you gotta watch out for those that are close to you. I use the New Jack City theory. You heard? Remember his man that started smoking? You heard? And he was yelling, yeah. And when he got mad, he let it out. He spoke. See, the things that we speak, we let out when we angry, is what people see and people hear. But you always got this. You always got that. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for and possibly you gotta kill. I matched it with the story with the John Lennon, but I said, nah, but I'll be looking at it like this too. We can't look at it like this too, because we got people that look at us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I matched it with the John Lennon, but I matched the New Jack City. His man was so scared to do something to him. So because you gotta understand something, that CMB, Cash Money Brothers, you heard? Pookie. Yeah, Pookie was done. Pookie was a scapegoat, you heard? Pookie was a scapegoat. He was glad G Money started smoking, you heard? Now he smoked all he wanted after that, you heard? You know what I'm saying? But Nino was fed. Nino kept dudes and he was fed. So therefore, people were scared to engage in warfare with him in any aspect. So instead, They did other things for their envious reasons, like, did side jobs and brung in rats, did things of that nature. See, they was acting out of coordinates with what they're supposed to do in rules and regulations. So when they did that, it distracted them to the point where it's that they anger and they envious did combobulated with each other and combustion and it landed on them personally. But it fucked Nino whole business up. Fear brings respect. That's a fact, it does. But from afar, a lot of people know how to, let me tell you something, a lot of people know how to fear you and stay away from you at the same time. That's a fact. There's people out there that fears people and stay away from them at the same time. But they throw daggers to try to penetrate their fairness because they're uncomfortable with what they are. So that's what you gotta say. Yeah, Nino was a super rat at the end. He was a super rat at the end. You think it's bigger than CMB? Yeah, he's a rat too. And he got killed. That's a fact. But that's the moral of the story, though. Up until that point, when he was put in that position, and life behind bars, and they offered him a deal, see, it's greed. Greed get niggas killed. Greed got Nino Brown killed. At the end of the day, his rat, I got a 2 to 4 for 100,000 a life sentence, still got him killed by the old man. So that was good. He deserved to die because he made a deal with the devil. That's right. He made a deal with the devil. That's what I'm talking about. That's a whole fact. So I did appreciate the old man because now he got the juice. Remember that, right? The juice. Remember juice, right? I got the juice now. The old man got the juice now. You heard? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. He got the juice. You know what I mean? But make a long story short, man. Yeah, man. But you know about it till somebody kills you. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about everything. We talked about Killer Ben. We talked about E-money bags, things of that nature. We talk about 50 Cent. You know what I mean? The real 50 Cent, not the 50 Cent rapper, the real 50 Cent. Melvin, you heard? Melvin, you heard? Yeah, Melvin, you heard? So but these dudes had a name. But you got to prepare yourself. And I think, and I don't want to take nothing from the dad, but I don't think that they even had acquired enough knowledge on warfare and didn't realize the power that they had, and that's why they was demised. See, so you got to realize, you have to realize that your status, your power is a different total way of living. It is. And it brings us such of awareness now. But maybe they haven't done enough time in jail. Maybe they did to acquire this type of knowledge to move in a way strategically to kill and get away, or to kill and not get killed. These are things it's a warfare. It's a street warfare thing you got to go through that you got to be mindful of. Driving certain cars. Dudes get identified for driving cars. The way they look, the way they walk and talk. You got to be conscious about all this stuff. How would you put yourself in a predicament when you have such a reputation like that? You don't fulfill your obligations to acquire this type of knowledge of trying to stay survive. You got to be in survival mode. At the same time, aggressive. That's a fact. So how you not? I don't take nothing from it because it can happen to me. And if it do, so be it. I slip. I deserve it. Pink. I said, yeah, I did. I'm out of here. I'm looking down there, floating. You heard? Floating. Yeah, KK fucked up. I said, damn, yeah. Put that one in the books, you heard? Yeah, but that's what it is, though. It is what it is. I love boxing. Yes, I do something with the kids, man. But I'll be trying. I know I love it. I do. I got a gym downstairs, things of that nature. I do something with the kids. I love doing things with the kids. But let me tell you something. Everything is not physical. You know, I didn't train no kids up until they was 5 years old. I used to train 2, 3 year old, but nah, the equilibrium is not right in contact and motion. You got 5 years old is like when it's fully developed, where they know left from right, things of that nature. You heard? It takes a little less time to create a strategic metaphor inside a 5 year old kid with coordination. And that's why I have gym 5 years and over. You know what I mean? 5 years old under. That's the best time kids could start boxing at. That's the whole truth. I had a few of them. You know what I'm saying? But you want to. You gotta think like how I think in order to have a strategic shout out to, you know what? I'm bugging out, man. Prayers up for my cousin Roy King. He's a boxer. He's in the hospital right now in a coma. He had a fight Thursday in Tennessee. You know what I mean? Wow, how can I forget that, man? Shout out to him. Prayers up for Roy King Jr. He's on my Facebook. Roy King Jr., you know what I'm saying? So praise up for him. You know what I mean? And, now I was talking to Shaquille earlier about, man, I know the commissioner, the New York State Commissioner of Boxing, you know what I mean, and amateurs. And I want to try to implement a curriculum dealing with the safety of boxing now. Because I was an aggressive fighter. But, I was telling Shaquille, and I'm going to keep it real with you, just like rap. Like, these dudes be rapping, and you got some dudes that's on some Curtis Blow rapping stuff, right? And they think they somebody. But you got rapping that has been transformed from the 80s all the way up to the 2000s, right? And, 2009. If you listen to the lyrics, it's so much more advanced. Same thing as boxing. Boxing back in the early 1900s was hard. Bull, you won through heart and strength and fearlessness. But you don't have to have heart in boxing now. Because everything is methodical. It's methodical and it's more dangerous now. Because now everything's a ping, point. It's like, it's serious right now to the point where is that there are people who are beginning to die in the ring now because the boxing has become so much more advanced with just not even technology, because this is human nature. But the human nature of inside the technology is what makes the boxing more dangerous. Because now, and I said this before, I'm going to say it again, just like it's dangerous. Just like I said, the one whoever, I look at boxing so much, I box, there's no one in this world who ever mastered the art of defense. Mayweather was the only one. Mayweather can't continue to fight because his injuries and his fights was such less contact. That's unbelievable. He had the less contact and injuries and sport of a brutal sport. So he can still continue to fight and win championship because he mastered the art of defense, not offense. He can't hit a hit. He can't lick a hit. But he mastered the art of defense to the point to where is that it made him make it look easy when you tried so hard. And he know you hit harder than him. But he made the art look so easy without hitting you. He reminded me of Gandhi. Gandhi wore the non-violent war. He did. Without violence. And won it. People got slaughtered. He still won the war. That's what Mayweather doing right now. And he's teaching the kids the same thing. That same method. Yeah, technique is everything. Being methodical is more like, yeah, so Boxing is becoming so much more advanced that it's a mental thing more than a physical thing. Something that we never mastered because, when we think about boxing, we think about knockout. We gonna kill you. No, it's not that. You can try as hard as you want to kill me, but I'm a duck, I'm a peek, I'm a boo, and I'm gonna hit you with these shots, these clean shots, you heard? That's true. Word. But this is what we gotta start maintaining with our defense mechanism. That's what it is, man. That's a fact, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So at an early age of 5 years old, growing up, you want these kids to be less harmful, not to engage in so much struggle, and not to make it look as if though it hurts. Like you got to teach these kids the mental sponge of boxing is 5 year olds. They can think, they think, they move, they counteract and counter react with your movements, eye contact, shoulders, feet. They can look at your eyes and see your feet moving without looking at them. These are the type of things they got to take notice of. They got to take notice of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's going to take time to teach 5 year olds and up to learn this type of technique and practice with them because it's a mental thing. You know what I mean? The boxing, the gloves that come on, yeah, it's all good, but yeah, that's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Javante Davis, yeah, I see this fight with, Gamboa. Him and Gamboa, him and Gamboa was scrapping. You know what I mean? In some instant, they engaged in war, toe to toe. And you got to be a good thing because you got to know what you can give and how much you can give in order to save your own self, from failure. So, yeah, you go in here and you shake it up with them and you move out, things of that nature. So that's, boxing is a part of military, boxing, and boxing is a part of way of life. The way you think in boxing is the way you move in the street. People don't know that. That's how you move in the street. Appear at places where they least suspect it. Punch at places that they least suspect. Yo, boom, you just jab in the head. Boom, you hit the. See, your whole aim was to the stomach, but you throw them off with the jab to the head. Bing, you blind. Bing, boom, and you go down low. They didn't expect that. That's how you got to move in the street. You move that way in the street. Appear at places where people least expect it. Things of that nature. Attend meetings. You know what I mean? Walk certain places, appear certain things, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? People like, yo, I seen him. It's like I'm a dinosaur. They're like, yo, I saw KK on an 8 train station, 14th Street. They be like, yeah, shut your ass up, nigga. You see, they act like they saw a dinosaur, you heard? You know what I mean? And I do come across like that, you heard? They're like, oh shit, yeah, boom, and I bing, you heard? I was on Manhattan Avenue yesterday. Oh, hold up. Yeah, man, shout out to yo, hold up. Man. Where my joints at? These joints is high. Hold up. Let me shout out my man. Yo, that, yo, with my man, yo, shout out, yo, I was on, check this out, right, boom. So I went to a party yesterday. My niece had a party. My 1-year-old grandnephew had his first birthday party. You thought you would have been at Radio City Music Hall with this one. Everybody come through with fur coats and limos and things of that nature. I'm like, yo, what's this? He only 1 year old. But my niece, high society, you heard? high society, you know. And she's going to Puerto Rico tomorrow, and I wish they would. I hope they cancel it. I hope they cancel it, you heard? Because I don't, you know, she ain't supposed to go to Puerto Rico. They're having earthquakes. She crazy. The ground ain't right out there. But anyway, they had a store next door, right? Shopping store. Selling mad, you know, Uggs and things of that nature. Boom. Yo, shout out to my man, you know. Shout out to my man Dog from Flatbush. Shout out to my man Dog. Shout out to my man Dog, you heard? He gave me, yo, listen. Yo, I got these for dirt cheap, you heard? They go with my mom out, you heard? My snorkel joints. But look at these joints right here. I ain't never seen these colors. Oh, these joints is hard. Yo, army green jumper. Yeah. Beef and broccoli joints, a classic joint. This just is hard. Yeah. I ain't never seen these. You heard? I never saw these. You hear me? Word up. Shout out to my man Dog from Flatbush. You heard? Shout out to my man Dog from Flatbush, man. You know what I'm saying? For looking out for me on these, you heard? These joints I got for cheap because of me. You heard? Shout out to Salute the Dog, you heard? I'm on Manhattan Avenue. That's Williamsburg. You never but white people around there. Williamsburg, Manhattan, and what's that, Lorimer or something? Things of that nature, you know. So, you know, it was hot upstairs. So I said, let me go downstairs. You know, I got a few $100 and stuff, you heard? I said, I peeked in the window. I said, oh, they got some shit in there, you know what I mean? So, you know me, I'm trying to be slick, not trying to be noticeable. So I put my joint on, you know, my hat, my hood. I come in. Yeah, yo, that's Killer Cab. Oh, damn, man. I'm about to walk back. No, kick it. I gotta take a picture. I was like, yeah, too late, man. All right, come on, let's take a picture, man. I be trying to go somewhere unnoticed, you heard? So, you know, he's like, yo, man, I watch you every day, man. Yo, I watch you every day, boo, boo. So, you know, he's like the owner of the store. So I was like, all right, come on, man. I take a picture, man. Man, we took a picture. Then my brother come in. My brother-in-law come in. Yo, how much these Uggs? He want to buy something for my sister, you heard? Being a little sucker because he was drunk, you heard? So, all right. So anyway, you know, yeah, man. I had an epic time last night, you know what I'm saying? In the store, you know, chopped it up with him. He followed me now. You know, I told him I got to shout you out. I almost forgot to shout him out, man. So shout out to my man Dog for them beautiful Timbs, you heard? To go with my coat, go with my mom out, you know what I'm saying? Salute, you heard? Got it for dirt cheap price. I owe money to on this, but I ain't giving it up. Giving it up. Word. She don't even know. She don't know. Word up, though. Yo, thank you, howdy partner. Thank you, OG. He said, yo, howdy partner, I like that. What'd you call those, doo-doo limes? Looking crispy, OG? Thank you, man. Appreciate you, you heard? Appreciate you, you heard me? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You know, yo, no matter what it is, what they say, how they be, living my best life, man, you heard? You know, if it's such thing comes to an end, they could never take what people love me about. That's one thing they can't do, you heard? And I appreciate all my followers. I appreciate all my peoples. You know what I mean? Y'all good supporters, coat up. You know what I mean? Coat all the way up. You know what I mean? I need to hit that bag on the way in. Cause my coat is strong. I like my coat. I love my coat. My coat is strong, man. You heard? Shout out to my coat, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So yeah, I had a good time. It was epic. My 1-year-old nephew, you know, he's spoiled. But I know for a fact, just like his mother was spoiled. I've never seen, you know how it go. We black people. We know that spoiled kids always come out the worst, right? They come out the worst. Especially if you're the only kid, you used to get everything you want. But in this case, it was the total opposite. I feel as though my niece is on a hunger strike. She already eating. She's still eating. And she doing everything right. Crazy. I've never seen, since she was young, since she was a baby, and it's crazy because, I went to prison for many years, you know, and I God bless, thank my sister, my sister who had her, my sister is a queen, you heard? My sister, my sister, you think I'm bad? My sister, she way more pretty, but don't look like me. We don't even look like we belong together. We don't look like we even related, my sister and me. But my sister's a queen. She been through it. She been there, done that. Now she's an advocate, and she for at-risk girls. She go to juvenile centers, talk to them because she did her time. Got caught in Aruba. With a half a Brizet. You heard all that. Had a life sentence and got it overturned in '95. You heard? Got it turned over in '95. She been working on Wall Street all life, and then boop, she's a slate. She got a clean slate. You heard? I gotta give it to her because she raised a queen. My sister's a queen, raised a baby queen, and taught her the steps and not to take the steps that she took to what? Pause. She went straight hard on her daughter, who became her daughter. My niece is so successful right now that I gotta give it up to her. You heard? I look up to her more than she look up to me. She called me every night. She made sure she calls me every night just to say I love you. You know what I mean? I'm the closest thing to her because I spoiled her when she was young. You know what I'm saying? So, but she's doing the right thing. I would never expect for her to be as successful in life when she got everything handed to her when she was a baby and young. And she still, to this day, go hard. She go hard. Like I said, Mr. Alexander McQueen sneakers. My little niece, my other little niece, her sister, Lala, she's a mean one. She had the Alexander McQueen sneakers on. I said, yeah, okay, get $50, boom, 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 you heard? I'm like, well, get out of here, don't tell nobody. What's up, you heard? I said, you got on Alexander McQueen, how much them cost? $3.54, something like that. I said, me give my money back. Yeah. Give my motherfucking money back, yeah. What you talking about, yeah? Give my money back, yeah. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I got a close-knit circle in my family that I relate to, yeah. And it's my sister, it's my niece, my wife, you know what I'm saying? And I got a couple of my dudes that I called on the daily, you know what I'm saying? Talk to and vibe with, things of that nature, positive vibes only, you heard? Because, a lot of my dudes, they got like 30 and better, and they home. They work in construction. They even getting jobs doing transportation not transportation, sanitation. They got, as soon as they come on, they get the job, sanitation, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So things of that nature, So I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? I got a curriculum written out right now where I go now and get paid to talk to schools like I used to. So sometimes you got to renew your contract. Because when my book came out, I used to go to John Jay College and talk seminars on School of Criminal Justice. You know what I'm saying? I went to Stony Brook College. I went to a couple of them. You know what I mean? Fordham Road College I went to recently. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of things as far as this. Advancing in speech, advancing in criminology, because they don't like to hear these type of stories or this type of, what to look out for with these type of teachers. These teachers are professors. They don't want to hear that shit. It bores them. When I come into class and I talk, I come in as I am. And I talk about, I look like yeah, this what criminals look like, too. You know what I mean? And so you got some that dress up in suits, too. But these are the things that you gotta implement in mind because they go into school to become judges and DAs and parole officers. These are students inside criminal justice. They are becoming the world now. You know what I mean? I just ran into a story. It's about a black judge who was recently murdered. They tried to sweep it under the rug. I want to do a story on that because she got murdered, or yeah, I think it was a woman. She was a judge. She got murdered, and she was black. And somehow they think it was someone who, she had sentenced in a way to where is that they think she deserved to die. So, and because I was just talking about how people, Noah Rivera, thank you for the donations, right? Thank you. But I was just thinking about people, and someone brought that to my attention. I was like, yo, we as blacks got to put ourselves in positions to be in control of our own kind, our own race. And I said, you got to become police officers. You got to become doctors. You got to become lawyers. You got to become DAs. You got to become ahead of these drug programs. We have to have our own race in charge of us in order to help us. And I know, don't say it, I know some people feel as if though those are the worst type of people to try to help you. It's sad to say that. But we have to make the majority outweigh the minorities. Because either way, we're still going to lose. But if we get majority, we can have a better ratio. A better lower denominator, a higher denominator than a lower denominator. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we got to put ourselves in that type of position. Word up. That's it. 100. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man. So, like I said, man, everything is good, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if I went off the story. As the time I'll be switching up, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I want to shout out to all my real Brooklyn dudes. Like I said, man, Brooklyn is so small. Brooklyn is small. Brooklyn is big, but Brooklyn is small when it comes to names. If your name gonna ring bells. You're gonna hear about some dude from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, man. They still talking about these wild and crazy people. Y'all like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to even say any name. But Brooklyn is small, and it deals with your repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Your repertoire signifies a highlight stars in the streets. The streets. You know what I'm saying? The streets. You know what I mean? And you gotta, let me tell you something. You got a lot of dudes on this internet that be hating. They got comments, they be saying, throwing, because they, that's what they do. Everybody not gonna side with you. Like I said, man, you got these dudes on here that I remind them of somebody that died. I probably took their cookies, smacked them, took their lunch money, pulled their hair, you heard? All type of stuff, you heard? I've got to remind them of somebody for them to act like that. I got to remind them of somebody who did something to them in such a way that I remind them of that character. That's a fact. But I can't beat everybody. I gotta let them talk. I don't even take I don't even take their comment off no more. I let them say, I put love. Like, fuck KK, you got teeth now? I put love, you heard? Fucking KK, you little black motherfucker. I put love, you heard? Yo, KK, you think you about that life? You soft nigga? I put love. And I leave that shit up there. You heard? Fuck out of here. Everything is love. You heard? Fuck you, nigga. Let me stop cursing. But yeah, everything is love. You heard? KK Midget. And 187, love. That nigga said KK Midget, love. You heard? I love you, Ed. You heard? Fuck out of here. Anybody else got some jokes? Come on, so I can show you some love. You heard? on. What else I look like? A midget? You know. What's up? Kermit, you heard what's up? Some girl called me a frog. Yeah, you like a straight bullfrog. I said, love. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. This got me crying. Love, you heard? Fuck out of here. Yeah, man. Love. Yeah. Brooklyn love, what's up? And Garcia, salute. Work harder. Be smarter. Burnt toast? Love. What's your name? Your homie the clown. Love, you heard? Nigga said KK burnt toast. Love, you heard? Everything go. Everything is love from here. I don't care what you call me. I don't care. Love, you heard? Love. So many things that you've been looking for. Some people love. Yo, yo, ski my drop, love. That nigga's stupid, man. You stop. I'm gonna kick with y'all for a minute. What's up? All right, chill, KK. I'm gonna stop. What's up? Ooh, that niggas got me sweating. Love with this love shit, you heard? Nah, we're like I had the doodle treats in a Spider-Man and Superman drawers, you heard? Word up. Don't that shit like a straight snicker, right? Like you rub a snicker ball on your drawers. That's what it looked like, you heard? Straight doodle. Everybody had doodle in their drawers when they was young. If you ain't had doodle in your drawers, who didn't have doodle in their drawers? I dare you to lie. I'm gonna throw food at you. Who didn't have doodle in their drawers? Yo, doodle float. Yo. Homie clown, you ain't had no doodle? Homie clown, you had mad doodle. That's like, see, the first one we said they didn't, that's the last one that had the block in it. Big blocks like this. Boop. You can see the lump in his underwear. Mother, what you doing, boy? You see it in his lump. You see the lump in his underwear. Homie clown had the lump, you heard? Homie clown had the lump, you heard? Stinky butt. You know, homie clown had the stinky butt. Yeah, what's up? KK had skid marks and the tighty whiteys. Nah, man. Small poom poom shorts, you heard? Fucking underoos like, yo, son, I ain't. Yo, stop, man. Everybody say stop. All right. Shout out Chicago, John Bailey. Shout out Chicago. Yo, I'm dying. He said I'm dying. KK got them psycho killer joints on them, torted shells, OG. Salute, Dave Johnson. Gotta know when you turn rage to outrage, man. Yo, I don't know, man. You know, you gotta remember something, man. Sometimes you always are enraged, you know. I just know how to contain it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's one thing that was hard for me to do on my second time around as far as my wife, right? Because we had serious relationships, we had serious wars, we had serious battles. And I hate to say it, but I'm so much more better man than I was 20, 30 years ago, you heard? You know, the stuff she do to me, I couldn't make it up, you heard? Out of nowhere, she just said it on me. Boom, boom, what the fuck I did? You know? I no longer react in a way that makes me mad. I've disciplined myself enough to react in a way that it made it funny. You heard? And it made life with us funny. Like this second time around with me and my wife is funny. We can make each other, if you can't make a commitment with your wife or any girl that you intertwine with laughs all day and turn an argument, a heated argument into something funny, to where it's like, you're about to strike, you be like, and something happens, and we both laugh, you don't belong with her. You don't belong with that woman. If you got a, if there's people that have relationships that they women are and fail and they comfortable with it. And it's fucked up. That's a terrible relationship to have. To have a woman in fear and they comfortable with it. Because they no longer feel who they are. But they're a slave to their relationship with aggressiveness. That's sad. I don't ever want a woman to live in fear of me. Because she's not loving you the same way a woman who wants to love you more. Difference. She's not loving you that same way. Every day she plotting, probably, hoping you die, hoping. This type of stuff you gotta live by. When you beat your women and you hit your women, you put them in such a fear that they hope something happened to you on the way out. But they may not be able to be powerful enough to line it up or think about someone or doing something because they live it in that fear. But that's crazy to be in a relationship with someone who fears you because you continue to beat them up. You heard? That's not a relationship. I still couldn't do that to my wife. When we was young, I was terrible. I want to cry right now. I used to hit my girl like she was an enemy. Poof, 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 poof. And she's still, and I'm like, you gonna give up? No. Blood everywhere, lip. No, I won't. I said, damn. That was a dangerous relationship I had. That was dangerous. But because she didn't submit and she still loved me, even throughout what I'd done to her, because she stuck with me when I went to prison. And I was like, yeah, she probably gone now. But it wasn't that. Because I didn't conform into, I gave up on her when I was trying to change her. So I still was missing pieces. It was still something in me that she had to search, and it was my strength. Besides the fighting and what I've done in the street, what I've done for her, would override what my physical, brutal altercation was with her was. Because there's a lot of other things besides my physical altercation with my wife. There's a lot of other things I did. I took care of the house, bought her everything. She was spoiled, but it's just like she just triggered me. She knew that. To the point of where is that, something, and that's scary because sometimes I start thinking when I went to jail, like, I felt as if though that if I didn't do that I didn't love her. So now you got a woman think, so you got to think like that because that's a lot of women think like that. That they feel as if though you don't hit them and beat them and do that you don't care about them, and they weird. They are weird when it comes to stuff like that. I don't like that because that's not what that's about. So when I went to jail and she stood there harder, and I'm like saying to myself, yo, I did a lot of things to this woman. Things that unimaginable. I already said it before. I don't want to say it again. Unimaginable that I did with my enemies. Everything I did to my enemies, I did to her. She just happened to survive. And she's still living with the pain. But I said to myself, when I went to jail, she came up and saw me on crutches, wounded, everything. And I said, what is it? And I knew what it was. So now I'm in prison, and I'm doing me, I'm wilding out, going crazy, things that nature. Every time we try to get a trailer visit, I blew something, boom, 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 and she had like you. I told her, I said, it's not that I don't want no trailer visits, it's that I gotta concentrate on my situation I got going on now before I become a victim. So therefore, you know how that is. And she said, yo, Hail Mary. Then do what you gotta do. You heard? But I never want to go through my relationship like that ever again. I'm grown. The older you get, you're supposed to be able to, like we do on a computer, monetize our blogs. Monetizing our blogs is controlling our buttons, controlling our settings. And we got to do that within our brain when we with our peoples and our loved ones. We got to control our settings and our buttons. So now I'm in jail and I see and read books about, hostility, rage, outrage, things of that nature. I knew I had all of that. I had all these traits. Yes, I did. That's why I was in jail. Went to prison because I had a hostility problem. I had an outrage problem. I did. So now it was time for me to come home to the same wife I left years ago. Got to remember something. She went through hell while I was in prison with everything and everybody. First of all, she was mad that the person that she loved was in prison. So now she was in control of her own destiny. She had to take care of her own self. She had to manage to try to take care of me as she was my wife. So, because we got married in 93. So she had a lot of burden on her. So, but I said to myself that that's her duties. But did she change her ways and actions? No. Nah. So you know what I had to do? I had to learn to control and conform in a way to where is that even though she didn't change, I changed. Eventually, it will follow suit. My energy will match her energy, and things will come out to be better. So I had to read a lot of books. I had to do a lot of things in order for me to, make myself don't rise to the occasion. I couldn't rise to the occasion when it came to a threat or when it came to, someone, I had to rise to the occasion. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, boom, you know what I mean? You have to think like, boom. So that was one of my things, you know what I'm saying? That I had to control. And by me controlling it, control that situation. So you are able to control a situation by the way you act and for real, and how you respond and how you initiate things and how to engage in things. You can't control a situation as far as that. You heard a lot of people that survived serial killers because they were able to conform to what duties that the serial killer was against. So therefore, it messed them up to the point where, and then she wound up living. Out of 30 people getting killed, she was one that lived because she said it on TV. I conformed into him. I didn't resist. I couldn't resist, and I act like I liked it, and I act like I wanted it. And this is how they survived without being raped. So it's a mental thing. You got to be strong. And same thing goes on a compatible relationship with your wife. When she throw things at you, you gotta conform into things that make it seem as if though, because you can go that route, but it's gonna be a tragic ending. So you want not to go that route in a way to conform yourself into thinking something positive. Eye contact with them. What you doing? What are you doing? And you look at them like, fuck. Now, me, I crack jokes. Like, fuck. I always find a way to do something, and then she start laughing. Like, God damn. Whew. Got this one, you heard? I don't know about the next one, but God damn. That's how it is. For real. Because you don't want to go that route. I don't want to go that route. We never want to go that route. If you feel as though you got to beat on your woman or hit your woman to get in control without having a mind to do it, without physical aggressiveness, then you ain't strong. Can't be strong. There's ways where you can influence them to move in such a way to where is that they conform into, I can say, because I remember this saying, to manage affairs without contrivance, instruct without speaking, to be pure, calm, unshakably consistent, able to manage successfully without, something to that nature. It was Marcus Aurelius, but it was a quote that he said that I used to follow, you know what I mean, about generalship, about leadership. And that's one of the things, I said a very few words, but things of that nature, I forgot that quote. It said, manage affairs without contrivance. When you manage affairs without contrivance, means to manage things in harmony, without being told, without being spoken. And that's one of the things about being a great leader. But you got to think of yourself as a leader when it comes to a woman at all, because women follow suit. Women follow suit. So you got to be the man to make it as if though you have to create an aura to make it as if though that you ain't telling them what to do, but they want to do. You ain't got to tell them. They want to do it. So this is the difference between that relationship that you have, that you put your woman in fear of you, or the one that allows you to do what you want to do, or the ones that follow suit with you in its accordance with harmony with you. It's easy. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My wife is my best friend because we, it ain't all about, sad thing that nature. It's all about building. Talking about, we look at the world strange sometimes, and we be like, sometimes you see things I don't see. Sometimes you look at people in a way I don't see, but I be knowing, but I be wondering sometimes if she catch on about this bozo, you heard? Sometimes a bozo could be around me, he do some bozo stuff, and I'm going to, I be like, and she be like, hey, I said, oh, so you caught on to that shit? Super bozo, you heard? So I be like, yeah, you right. I said, yo, you swift, you heard? So I love interacting with my wife like that because she keeps me sharp. You know what I mean? She keeps me sharp about bozos, about real people, about fake people, about all type of people. But I be already knowing. But when she catch on, because I be like, all right, you got it, right? She's like, yeah, all right, shh, don't say nothing. I like playing possum. I play possum, you heard? That's what I do. I like playing possum. But she can't hide it. That's the only thing. She can't hide it because she have an expression on her face. And I be like, stop it. You looking strange. No, let them keep thinking like that. You know? For real. You know what I'm saying? She come out of the room like, fuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on. Women, it's hard for women to hide their emotions behind their fake cape, behind the fake. Men could do it. I sit up here and laugh and think about all type of crazy stuff about bozos. You heard? But you can't see it in my facial expressions. It's one of the things I mastered. Because a lot of these people, when they going through it mentally, they got the facial expression. They can't hide it. They be on it like this. And you talk different. It's sad, you heard? You want to be a master at your own masquerade. You know what I mean? You want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You know what I mean? That's the only way to survive. And not be belittled or be dickled. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like me because I'm too real. He's too real. He did everything my father did, and my mother, and my brothers, the ones that used to beat me up. He doing everything right in the court. Yeah, man, he giving me mad nightmares. Yeah, KK, fuck KK. Where I get nightmares messing with KK. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in your dreams. Because it's real. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I'm talking facts, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't try to sugarcoat nothing because I don't know how to. If I don't know how to help a person get above or get beyond things, I'm not going to speak on it. But I only can tell you the experience. I only can tell you the experiences that I had, that how I did it, and how I got over it. I got thousands of people that's following me, that watches me, things of that nature. So I can't go in front of them and be like, I'm thinking about if I could do this. I'm thinking about if I do that, man. Procrastination is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You got to be fluent in what you say because it's really in you. At that moment, I'm fluent in when I talk and when I speak because it's in me. It's no practicing this. I don't have a book in front of me telling me how to talk and how to react to things and how to see things differently from the world. You can't tell me. I'm 50 years old. I've been in the streets since I was 13, 12. Went to jail, prison, been around the best of the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? So, I can be flexible. I can be corporate. I can be street. Because I know what environment, whatever environment I'm in, I have to adapt to that at that instant and not seem abnormal when I'm in it. That's how it goes down. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have to be uncomfortable. When somebody's uncomfortable, that means because they're trying too hard to be something they're not. They can't carry the torch. But I can't look at nobody else and see what they're doing and how to create something I could do better. You just got to be yourself. I can't look at Hassan Campbell and be like, salute to Hassan Campbell, man. He got his stuff up. I only been doing this for a couple of months, 3-4 months. I enjoy doing this. But one thing I don't look for? I don't look to challenge people. This is why I get so many people. I don't look to challenge people and think I want to do this and do that better than someone. I don't do these type of things. They don't entertain my thought. That's childish. And it's just like, that's a dislike to me when you think of things like that. If you think that things like that, that means you're thinking little. It's corny. That shit makes you look corny. I don't look at Hassan Campbell and be like, son, man, nigga, I don't care about numbers. I don't care about viewers. They took my whole Instagram down. I wasn't even mad. Kind of gave me a break. I know it was some funny stuff, goofy stuff behind that, you heard? It still didn't break me. Still didn't break me. You know what I mean? You got to be a real inside out in order for people to notice. You got to think the things and talk the things that they can relate to in order for they got to get something out of it. They got to. They got to get something out of it. But the best thing about it? You got to get something out of it by getting something given away to them. That's the best thing about it. You get something out of something that you've given away for free. When you do that and you can accept that and you don't worry about nobody else, what they doing, how they doing, you know what I mean? And, you're going to win. You're going to win. Winning is not about having more. Winning is about feeling comfortable with what you're doing. That's winning. We get job. I was talking to my man B-Dub today. He said, man, I love my work. I love what I do. He said, I know what I told him? I said, that's not a job. It's not a job no more. It's the way of life. It's your way of living. Because you enjoy your job and you get paid for it, that now it becomes your part of life and you're having fun with it, just like boxing. Boxing, I love boxing. It's not a job for me. I don't wake up in the morning and be like, man, if you wake up in the morning, every morning you talking about you don't want to work and you don't do that, it's not for you. That causes a lot of mental disability. That does, it messes you up. You know what I'm saying? But when you do something you love and you get paid for it, that's an even better way of loving yourself and everybody around you. That's the whole fact. It's no longer a job. It's your way of life. And that right there is no stress. No, because you waking up early. It's like, yo, I'm going there. I'm gonna mess with this one today. Mess with this chick today. Mess with this dude today. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get to work. When you start acting like that, you can't wait to get to where you want to go and get paid for it. Then it's a beautiful thing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? But yo, I'm about to salute y'all out. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to salute y'all out. Bing. You know what I mean? I talk a little bit too long. Unusual. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Shout out to BX Poppy, man. Shout out to Bob. Yeah, man. Did I get a DM? When? When? Coat up. Everybody, coat up, man. Let me get a shot. Let me get an exit. We can exit up out of here on a coat up. Good bust, KK. Books is all over, man. Some good books, some good books. Love KK. Back at y'all. Love y'all too, you heard? Coat up. I love you too, you heard? Peace out, brother. Coat up, coat up. Your number changed, Cab. Yeah, I know. I got a new number, you heard? Flyheadsonly.com, you heard? The ugliest merch, promo, ugliest food, ugly state of America. Yo, thanks for the donations. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stay real, Killer Cab. Thank you. Appreciate you. Coat up, coat up. I don't know where Queen Lisa at work. I spoke to her earlier, you heard? Facts. I spoke to Queen Elisa earlier. You know what I'm saying? Homie the Clown. Yo, coked up. Coked up. Coked up. Check my DM. I'm going to check my BM when I get off, man. Word up. Yeah, word. Salute to everybody. Salute to OG Wayno. Salute to Tank Cash. Salute to God Bless SI. Salute to the homies, man. For Vax, you heard? Flyhead merch, yeah, the ugly society. Flyhead merch, you heard? Coat up, coat up, coat up, coat up. All right, one.